Hi, it's me, Ma'am Anna, and I'm glad that you have visited our channel. Welcome to another lesson in the introduction to the philosophy of the human person. We have finished discussing about the methods of philosophizing, and we're moving on to Unit 3, the human person as an embodied spirit. But before proceeding to the meaning of embodied spirit, we have to tackle first the meaning of the human person. It is very important to study about the human person because the focus of the introduction to philosophy of the human person in the senior high school is the human person. So let's begin. The human person as an embodied spirit, it is very essential to differentiate the meaning of a person or a human being and man. Okay, so what are these terms? Are they similar or they have some differences? Okay, so let's find out. Let's start with the definition of man. What do we mean by man? Man is the general term commonly used to refer to the entire human race. Other terms include humanity, mankind, and humankind. And human being refers to man as a species or Homo sapiens or the modern human beings. Person is much more complex term which generally refers to a human being granted recognition of certain rights, protection, responsibilities, and dignity above all. So when we say personhood, it refers to the state of being a person. Human nature refers to the characteristics that distinguish humans from all other creatures. But what is a human person? The most basic definition of a human being is the nature of human as animals. But look at your pet. Observe it. Does it have emotion the same way as you have? Could it feel guilty if it committed a mistake? Or could it question its identity? So if no is your answer, it means that humans are more than just animals. Human beings may share similarities with other animals, but philosophers believe that human beings is more than just an animal. There is something that makes humans different from other beings because there are certain characteristics or capabilities and traits that humans possess that are not found or cannot be found from other organisms. So this time, we will be studying about the traits that define a human person. What makes human beings unique? So are you ready? I want you to guess the traits that define the human person. So let's start with this clue. The first one, Mm-hmm. What do you think that is? I'll give you a clue. This refers to the person having a clear perception of oneself, including his or her thoughts, emotions, identity, and actions. If your answer is self-awareness, then you are correct. So when we say self-awareness, it means having a clear perception of oneself, including his or her thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and so on. The human person is defined by a deeper awareness which is driven by rationality or human thought. We do not experience life as a spectator because we make our own lives. We are the stars in our story. We are the protagonists in it. It is us who give meaning to our lives. This awareness gives rise to the notion of the self, which enables us as persons to experience our inner world or our personal thoughts and ideas. In your inner world, you can be anything. You can be a famous celebrity, you can be a vlogger, a traveler, anything that you want to be. It allows you to dream, to plan for your future and reach your goals. But having self-awareness is not limited to himself or herself because the self enables us to connect with others or to his or her surroundings. Since we know that the people we encounter also possess the same awareness as we do and also the same traits that we possess. The next trait that defines us as a human person is self. Hmm. What's your guess? Okay, so I'll give you a hint. This refers to the capability of persons to make choices and decisions based on their own preferences, monitor and regulate their actions, and be goal-oriented and self-directed. If your answer is self-determination, then you are correct. What is the key word in self-determination? That is the capability to make choices and decisions based on your preferences. Could you recall a time when you helped someone? Let's say there was someone who slipped on the floor. What did you do? Did you help that person? If you help that person stand up, for example, did somebody tell you to do it? Even though somebody asks you to help that person, it is still you who made that choice. You may or may not follow them anyway, so it all boils down to what we call our free will. What is a free will? Our free will enables us to do actions whenever we want to, and it makes self-determination possible. It's the capacity to choose a course of action from various options. Free will is the capacity to choose a course of action from various options. Our free will is shown through our actions, and our actions have its consequences. This consequence is a result of our action or the effect of a condition. So when we act, we have to face the consequence of our choice. Though there are times that our actions lead to unintended consequences. So when we say unintended consequence, it is not really the way we want it to happen. So we have different intention, but it resulted into an unpleasant situation. So let's say from the previous example presented, like you helped somebody, right? Uh, then that somebody, just an example, that somebody that you helped turned out to be the mortal enemy of your best friend, and your best friend saw that incident. So your intention is just to help that someone. Okay, that is your intention. But your best friend perceived it in a different way. So the unintended consequence there is that your best friend got upset because of what you did, because you helped his or her mortal enemy. So he or she might get hurt. It is not what you want to happen, but it happened. Now, can you imagine living in the world where there are no other people but yourself? Do you see yourself living normally if you're just alone? That is the next trait of a person. So let's see if you can guess it right. Okay, so do you need a clue? This refers to the capability to reach out and interact with others and the world. So, what's your guess? If your answer is externality, congratulations. That is the correct answer. Externality, again, is the capability of the persons to reach out and interact with others and the world. Philosophers consider man as a social being, right? We may be able to experience interiority, that is our personal thoughts or imagination of ourselves, but this is also shared with others. We may be able to experience interiority, which is related to our inner world. That is, we may imagine and think for ourselves, but these thoughts are also shared with others. The realization that we are not alone and that we are social beings leads us to build a relationship with others. Our interactions define our existence as persons. Isn't it that we grow and develop through the influence of the people in our lives? The last but not the least trait is what we call, what's your guess? This means the innate right to be valued and respected. So if your answer is dignity, then you are correct. Philosophers consider all humans as having the worth or value. And this worth or value is not quantifiable or it cannot be measured by numbers such as price. Surprise! I'm back! So I'm sorry I was not able to continue the discussion through Lightboard because of some technical problem. So I opted to continue our lesson through this way. Okay, so I hope that you can still bear with me. Okay, and the last uh, topic that or the last trait that we tackled is about dignity, right? So dignity is the innate right to be valued and respected. So philosophers consider all humans as having an inherent worth or value. So it is not quantifiable by number such as price because we do not value the person the same way as we value our possessions such as our bags, cars, and a house. So each person is worth the same as another person in the sense that everybody is priceless, unique, unrepeatable, and irreplaceable. Okay? And human dignity is rooted in the nature of the human being. So it is not defined by outside forces or characteristics such as intelligence, skills, or beauty. So whether one is a genius or a mentally challenged individual or a handicap, so it does not remove the individual's dignity as a person, right? And because of this, the recognition of the dignity of the human person is the basis for the recognition of human rights. So it encourages us to do good because uh, when we recognize ourselves as persons with dignity who deserve to be treated well and respected, so we should also treat other persons in a respectful manner. And if you believe that you and all other human beings are persons with dignity, then you must uphold human dignity in your thoughts and show it through your actions. Because a human person is different from that of other species because only they can possess the characteristics tackled such as self-awareness, self-determination, externality, and dignity. Further reflection on our nature as humans will also help us figure out what makes us special as individuals and how this uniqueness is shared with our fellow human beings. And because of these traits or characteristics that make us unique or that make us special, we as human persons have this great power handed onto us, okay? And as Uncle Ben said in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So we have to be responsible in everything that we do because what goes around comes around. And whatever we do also to other people can affect other individuals, but not only other other individuals but also other organisms. Again, so these are the traits that define us as human persons. And this is the first topic under Unit 3. Okay, so stay tuned for the next episode because we will be discussing the human person as an embodied spirit. So, what is meant by embodied spirit? So, that will be our next topic. Okay, so by the way, I want to hear your views about the things you have learned in the lesson. So kindly type your thoughts on the comment section and hopefully we can have an interactive discussion about the lesson. And always remember to feed your mind with good thoughts. Okay? So I hope that you have learned something today and always stay safe and see you in my next one. Okay? So bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.